we don't want to get into that situation and we turn away or turn our minds from that. And all these emotions add to our stress. So, what should we do? We need to think of a new way. We need to think of what is essential and what we need to do. And there are many things. And just like anxiety can play a lot on us, if we can learn very effective strategies to help us formulate and get out of it. So today I'm going to be talking to you only about 5 strategies. And the first is effective communication. Now, what I mean by effective communication is that I want to ask you, who is your best friend? Anybody, can you answer me on the chat, please? Who's your best friend? Anybody can answer me on the chat, please? Yeah? Prisha? Anshul? Your sister. All right. Anyone else? Who's your best friend? Now, Prisha, do you talk to her 24/7?
No, ma'am.
Yeah, myself. Now, who's written myself? Anchal, right? Yes, please, Parvesh. From all, yeah. No, so please understand that I am my best friend. Till I learn to make myself my best friend, nothing works very well because I'm talking to myself 24/7. So that's why, I mean, you have to have positive self talk. And in that, the two most important aspects are no self blame and no self criticism. You know, only positive self talk. Yes, we all can have a problem. Problems are bound to come. But if we start underestimating our, access to it or our way to treat it, then it is a very, very difficult aspect. So I am my best friend, and you have to sleep and always tell yourself that, okay, you're not going to criticize yourself or say, no, this cannot be done, I cannot do it. There have to be different methods, there have to be various ways. Do not give in to anger or undermining yourself. And that is where anxiety comes from. So that's why there are 2 3 aspects which we have to really get on to. And the first is that I need to set a worry time. Now you might find this funny, but actually this is very, very helpful. That set a worry time, and that can be only half an hour at any time during the day. Probably, like, when you are awake, say 10 to 10:30, and that time is my worry time. And what do I mean by my worry time? Worry time is when I'm going to jot down all my essential problems which I am facing, whether they be related to my work or my family or a relationship or some situation. But and at night, now this is a training I have to get into. So at night, if I have any kind of a nagging thought, then I'll say, no, I'll put it in my worry time, because I'm going to actually look at it only during my worry time, so that you sleep better at night. Your sleep at night should not be disturbed. So many times I talk to many my clients, and they say that the first thing that's affected is their sleep, and they cannot sleep. So this is a practice which you should start from now, and that is set a worry time. And that worry time is half an hour, just half an hour of that worry time. When you're sleeping, sleep well. If there is a nagging thought of a problem, please tell yourself, I will look at it at my worry time. And I assure you, you will find solutions, you will find answers to your problems at your worry time, not at night when you're going to sleep, right? You need to have your proper rest. The second important thing is talk to friends and relatives. If you can, share, ask for support, look at how they are managing. But again, there should not be people who are critical of you or who are pulling you down. If you're friends, you can talk to and they can assist you, that is great. And another thing which I've not, which is very important is affirmations, that I am good, I love myself, I can do this. Those affirmations are very, very essential. And the next thing, if you cannot help yourself, then go for professional help. Take and seek professional help. There is nothing wrong in that. So here I've got these bills of right. Please note it down. Now, the first thing is you have the right to refuse or say no, right? You have the right to change your mind. I mean, you might be doing something, but yes, you're not very happy about it. And it's absolutely fine. Don't worry or wonder what will the others say. Half the time we don't do things because out of fear, how is it going to, how others are going to react, how they're going to think about it, what is going to be happening, uh, the way the other people are going to look at it. And then you have the right to put yourself first before others without feeling guilty. Now, this is another very, very important aspect, because the thing which we are told is that you are selfish. No, whenever you put yourself first, unless and until you make yourself happy and comfortable, you cannot spread that or give that feeling to another person. If you are miserable and if you are at ease or at discomfort, you're not going to make the other person comfortable, whether it is family or friends or anybody else. So you have the right to put yourself first before others without feeling guilty. Please note it down. You have to, work on that. And then you have the right to ask for help. It's absolutely all right. And also, another very, very important aspect is that you have the right to make mistakes. Many times we don't do a thing thinking that, okay, what will happen? What if this is not correct? What will my fellow colleagues or my fellow people say? So it is not being very, very effective. That's why I feel no, I need to be very correct and I need to become very need, but I can't change my mind, or I have to be always I can't make a mistake, because if I make a mistake, what will others feel or say? Now, the next very important aspect is being mindful. Now, being mindful means that whatever the problem is, now if you think of here and now and you deal with it, you will be much, much better, because you become more aware of whatever the situation is. Do not carry your past into your now or worry about your future. Now is the time to make peace with your past and create a future that you want. Be fully alive and enjoy life, because this is very, very important, that we are really becoming mindful of every aspect about what we are doing. Like when I'm talking to you, then it's only you. I'm not thinking about what's happening in my home or what is happening with my family, or like how my other clients are going to be thinking. It is now, it is here and now. So this is the awareness which I need to create on an aspect, and this will make me calm and comfortable. Can we have the next slide, please? Yeah. So here, the third most important aspect is opportunities and solutions. Now, in everything, please look at opportunities, and then you see solutions everywhere. Because this is, if you're going to look only into problems, then only problems are going to be coming. But we have to train our brain so that we are looking at whatever, even like they say, silver lining in a cloud. So what does that mean? That means that you see the brightest thing in also the darkest possible aspect. The whole situation might be very bad, but when we are looking at any aspect, so we'll see as to what are the solutions, what can I do. And if my brain is trained into that, then I will only see solutions. Now here I want to introduce and ask all of you, have you played the game Tetris? Who has played the game Tetris? You know what the game Tetris is about?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah? Have you played that game?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so what do you do in that game?
You ensure that the blocks are in line so that the line clear ups.
Yeah. So the moment all the blocks fall in line, the line clears up. Now, what does that mean? It's a very good metaphor that the moment the line clears up, more blocks come. But that's what it is. Basically, if we are looking into solutions, if our focus is only on solutions, then we are looking at and we can get out of any problems and we will find solutions properly. So it is most important that we see opportunities and solutions. Now, the fourth strategy is yes, forgiveness, kindness, and gratitude. Now, here I say forgiveness is for what? Forgiveness makes you much larger because we are holding on to a lot of aspects that somebody did something to me, I might not be happy about it, you might have been abused somewhere, or somebody might have said something about you which you're not very comfortable about. But forgiveness is an aspect which makes you larger. And I know you might be thinking, why should I forgive the person who has abused you or who has insulted you? But the whole aspect is, even if the other person has insulted you, do you think that the other person is bothered? You are holding on to a grim aspect for a long time and making yourself small and uncomfortable, but the other person doesn't even know. So it is very important, and forgiveness makes you larger and makes you bigger. The other very important aspect is gratitude. Now, what is gratitude? Gratitude is something which, yes, we all know, but we don't do it so much. That is like a simple thank you, seeing whatever you, counting your blessings, seeing whatever you are thankful for. Gratitude is so very important that I cannot tell you, that if you fall into gratitude, you will be absolutely into a situation where you'll start enjoying and loving the world. Whatever stress comes. Now, I assure you that tomorrow, every stress is also a challenge. You will, if you get into gratitude, you will feel that any kind of an anxiety makes you grow. Any kind of stress makes you, and you see it as a challenge, and then you can overcome it because you have gratitude, because you can say thank you for it, and because you learn how to work on that. That's why the simple small factors that we start with a little bit of gratitude on a daily basis, and that gratitude for any three things in my day's event. In my today, what am I grateful for? I'm grateful for my food, I'm grateful for my bed, I'm grateful for the cool air. So that is it. And the